Good afternoon. Welcome to Balance Wellness and Fitness. I'm in my Ann Arbor office with this recording. This is one that comes directly from my heart because everyone is being affected. What's going on with the COVID-19 outbreak here in the United States and the world. There isn't a single person that isn't affected in some type of way. This 15-minute video is designed to hopefully help with some of the stress and tension that you're carrying in your neck and shoulders and a little bit of the lower back. After having multiple conversations on multiple platforms with people over these last few days, and particularly with my older sister via text last night, I realized I needed to do something to try to help. What you're going to need for this is preferably a straight back chair, something without arms that you have support underneath versus something really cushiony, but something is better than nothing. And yourself. You don't need a towel, strap, anything else for this video. And if anybody who I have not heard from is still having problems with their new desk setups at home, which many people have had to jerry-rig something really quickly together who normally didn't work from home, please get a hold of me via email, and we can work via email or virtually through Zoom and try to get the ergonomics a little bit better for you. Because we're all going through this, myself, not normally virtual or sitting very much with my computer. And I realize some of you who are normally at a desk with computer are sitting a lot longer, aside from just with all the stress that we're feeling. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to find our foot placement first, 2 fist distance apart. The kneecaps are looking the same direction as your middle toe. Just find a little bit of grounding through your hips, rock side to side. You take your hands and just get a flesh so you can feel the sits bones. And with your next inhale, let's just take that into the ribs, into the belly, and just gently go into a seated, kind of almost a seated cat. And exhale, gently restack the spine tall. We'll do that 2 more times. Let's inhale. Gently rounding in, just let the hands stay on your legs for grounding. Exhale, stack the spine back up tall and drop the shoulder blades. And we'll inhale. Exhale, coming back up. Give yourself several shoulder rolls here, rolling backwards so that way you're not entrapping any of the musculature at the base. 1 more here. And then keep the shoulders sitting nice and tall and open. And we're going to rotate through the navel with an inhale to the right. Exhale, back center. 2 more times, and then we're going to stay to the right. Exhale, center. And let's just stay here. Take a couple breaths here. Let your arms rest softly. Keeping the shoulder blades just lightly squeezed together. We're going to start that cervical spine thoracic movement again. Taking the arms out, you can let them rest. With your inhale, gently into those lower abs. Off my breath there. Exhale, restack that spine. We'll inhale, filling the lungs. Lower abs coming in, just gently folding in. Exhale, restack that spine back up. 1 more. That just nods very gently. Filling those lungs, especially those lower lobes, coming back up. Carefully come center. Let the hands rest on the left thigh. With your inhale, gently rotate the left. Exhale, ribs back center. We'll do that again. And back center for 2. And now we're going to stay over to that side. Check your knee alignment, make sure things aren't collapsing, staying strong and thin. Just nice big breaths here, calming the mind and allowing those smaller muscles, your serratus for 1, surround your ribs just to start to get warm, expand, keeping the shoulders just down and still. Now let's go to this last C-spine, that's the correct name for this. We're doing a very soft version. We're going to inhale to gently round. Exhale, restack the spine, coming up. Arms are just soft. And we'll inhale. That's a little bit of a head nod. Still keeping the neck long so we're not crunching it. Back up for 2. And one more time. Something was leading you through, oh, almost between the eyebrows. Back up through here. That sounds really wonderful, doesn't it? Let's gently come forward. Big inhales, you lift those shoulders up. Exhale, let it just drift down. You'll float the arms out with an inhale. We're going to start with some easy head nods to make this bigger. Let's work through our shoulders for a moment. Exhale, reach through your fingers. Pull down through those shoulder blades. You're going to try to scrape your fingers on the floor. Let them soften and float back up. Exhale, reach gently out of the joint space, pulling down through the shoulder blades, scraping the walls to the floor. This will be our last one without adding a little head nod to it. Rotating out, just letting each arm move as it needs to. Probably are moving a little bit differently. Keeping the abs in and up, and now engage the pelvic floor to help with stability. On your exhale, there was a string coming from the crown of your head, keeping the neck long, gently nodding down, pulling the shoulder blades. Inhale back. Gaze goes back forward versus up to the ceiling. Let's do this again. We'll stay in this neutral position, and then when we come up, we'll prepare to take this to the right side. We come all the way up, neutral position, rotate through those ribs, we gently warmed up. Exhale as you nod through the head. Your gaze is outside that right knee as you gently pull down. We'll inhale, float back up, gaze comes center. Exhale, float. Gently pulling through the shoulder blades, opening up gently to the neck. We'll inhale our way back up. We'll rotate the ribs center and then to the left. As you exhale, pretend that string is just gently pulling. The neck is nice and long. Your gaze is outside that left knee or thigh. We'll inhale, float back up. Exhale, gently floating, pulling. Gentle pull, remember. We'll inhale our way back up, coming back center. We're going to take the hands, reaching first down, and then gently towards the back of the chair. Just let them open up. I'm going to turn so I'm in a little bit better ergonomics for myself to demonstrate this. Keeping the gaze forward, don't let it droop yet. And if this is too much, just let the hands come to the side of the chair. We're just going to gently open up through those tight pockets. One more breath here. Carefully release. Just pivoting myself back for the camera. We're going to go back to those head nods. We're doing a little baby roll down. Make it a little bit bigger. Now we're going to take this right about T3, top of your thoracic spine. It's a little bit below your shoulders, right at the tops of your shoulder blades where they connect. We'll inhale our way up. Exhale. A gentle dive down forward. Curling down. So if you did come all the way down, your head would be here versus here at your seat. We'll bring this back up. Reach to those fingers, pull your shoulder blades. Head is coming forward and down nice and long, feeling that stretch. Pause for a moment. Take another breath. Exhale your way back up. Stack the spine up. Rotate to the right. Exhale. Going outside that right knee. Make sure they haven't started to collapse in too much. Take a breath here. Bring yourself back up. Restacking the spine using the abs. One more here. And we'll exhale. Hopefully things are starting to feel a little bit warmer. Coming back up, rotate to your left. Exhale, nodding down, looking outside that left thigh. Looking long but stretching through that spine. Inhale your way back up. One more here for now. When the shoulder blades down, lengthening through. And we'll float our way back up with a breath. Rotate yourself center. Bring the arms reaching out. And we're going to take them back again, but not too far back. Find your chair that you feel a little bit of stretch in the pecs. We're going to lengthen through the tailbone. Feel the closure of the ribs here. With your inhale, lift up through the ribs. Exhale, pull the ribs back. Inhale, lift up and pull down two. And lift and hold here and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Just squeeze and open, let your chin tip. Keep your tailbone lengthened, that's your anchor. The shoulder blades squeeze together aside from as you feel opening your pectorals also protects you. 2 more really big breaths here. Breath in, exhale, let it go. And inhale in, exhale, gently release. Close the ribs back down, bring the arms back forward. We're going to go into our first forward fold. Keep the legs where they're at, soften through your elbows, dive forward through the head. Go as far as you're comfortable. You can hang on to fingers, you can let your hands reach for your ankles, just depends on your flexibility. Keeping those hips anchored, that's where the origin of that stretch, this stretch, comes from. Eat some coffee. Let your back gently open up. When you hit that point that you feel that it's going to be uncomfortable, stop there. Let's take 2 breaths. Big breath in. Let that breath go. Perhaps you'll be able to go a little bit more, perhaps not, but stay within comfort so you're stretching. And another breath. We're going to bring our left hand center between your feet. Take your right hand on the outside of that right foot. And same thing, nice big breath. Keeping that left hip really anchored. 1 more breath. As you let it go, mentally prepare yourself with your next inhale. Bring that right hand in. Take that left hand outside the left foot. Just gently, slowly move those ribs. Nice big breath. Notice the difference between side to side. Keep that right hip anchored. If your fingers actually touch down, don't press down with them. Let them drag your pain, but don't touch your cup. 1 more big inhale here. And exhale. We'll gently start to make that way back center, taking that right hand on the outside of the right leg. Take your hands, use your abdominals, and an exhale to start to walk yourself back up. Restack your spine gently with an inhale. Lift up the shoulders, roll them down the ribs. Squeeze them together. Give yourself a moment to recombobulate. You can paddle through your shoulders to stay going backwards. You can do a gentle movement side to side to let the blood flow gently come back down to the torso. And then we've got 2 more sets of roll downs, and then I'm going to really open up the pecs. I'm going to go for singles now. I'm going to take the breath. As you exhale up, take a breath here. Exhale, peel down, go through mid-back. So you're going towards the bottom of the rib cage. Take a breath, exhale, peel back up. Good. And take that back down again. Go to the top of the pelvis if you can. If you can't, stay at the bottom of the rib. Take a breath, gently restack, peeling back up, rotate to the right. On that exhale, reach to the fingers, pull the shoulder blades down, try to go to the bottom of the rib. Take that breath, exhale, peel back up. Go ahead, take a breath here, exhale, gently. If you can go to the top of that left hip, great. If it's just to the bottom of the rib cage or if it's not there yet, let it go where it's comfortable. And gently come back up. Rotate center, then we'll take this to the left. On that exhale, feeling, reaching. Aiming for the bottom of the ribs on that right side. Take that breath, gently coming back up. And reach on through. Maybe to the top of the hip, maybe not. And gently coming back up. Once you're here, press the hands together, start to pull the shoulder blades down. We're going to come through heart center, really spread the fingers when you get back down to the chest. Spread them wide to open up and stretch those wrists. Let the elbows wing out, shoulder blades down. You'll feel them slide around your ribs and start to open up. Serratus posterior, possibly inferior if it's really, really tight. Bring the hands up a little higher. Bring the hands up a little lower. Play with it a little bit and find where you feel the best stretch, but keep your shoulder blades down. One more breath here. You gently release those wrists. Take them apart. Take them at your sides. They can be turned in or backwards for safety of your shoulders. Slightly in between, for most people, would be the most optimum spot. Pull those palms up towards you for a moment and push them away. Keep the fingers spread and then give yourself some circles each way. And we get our last set of roll downs, going one for each area. Neutral, middle, right, and left. And then we're going to our big pec stretch. Inhale those arms up. As you exhale, dive forward to the crown of the head. Go to where you're comfortable. If you feel warm enough to go all the way down to your left, do so. Take that breath. Restack the spine. Use the abdominals. Stay strong in those hips. Rotate to the right. Exhale. Roll. Good. Find your fold down here. Pause for a moment. Take a breath. Gently coming back up. I'm going to take this to the left side. Same thing. Side's always a little different, but hopefully feeling a little looser. Bring that hand in between the legs. That feels more comfortable. Float back up. And now we're going to find our chair back again. Let's start with just the right side. We're going to make this a little big. Lengthen through the tailbone. So you're not going totally straight. You still have a little bit of neutral spine, but that's your anchor. Close the ribs. Find that. You don't want to grasp. Just let the heel of the hand. On your exhale, squeeze that shoulder blade and open. Inhale, let it rest back to its normal position. Exhale, squeeze it open. Let it rest. We're going to squeeze it open here. And now gently start to turn away from it. Through the ribs and the torso. And stay anchored. Let your gaze follow, but lead with your ribs, not with your head. One more breath here. Big breath in. Exhale. Gently come back center. Same thing, other side. So we're going to take that other hand, anchor on. With your inhale, squeeze through that shoulder blade. Exhale, let it release. Inhale, squeeze, working all those internal muscles. And release. This one we keep. Check your shoulder, make sure it's down. Find your anchor. And gently start to turn to the right with your ribs or to the opposite side versus your head leaning. Let the head and neck be soft. One more big breath here. And exhale, let that go. Your next inhale, gently come back center. Release that shoulder blade, big shoulder roll. Then we'll reach back with both arms, connect in, squeeze open, keeping your anchor, essential back bend. We're not going to lift the head. We're just going to work on opening those pecs. The gaze can stay forward. The gaze can drop down. But just let those pecs open. You're going, I need a little bit deeper. If your chair allows you, you can slide forward, put your chair with the back, and stick your hands through it and clasp hands. You could use a towel or small ball if your pecs are really tight or if you have shorter arms. Give yourself another breath here. We're going to gently release and we're going to finish with an eagle stretch. Take our arms center. Elbow is down. Your rib cage may not allow you to bring the center, and that's okay. Just bring it towards the center of your body. Fingertips are up and spread. Swoop that left arm up and under. The goal is to be able to squeeze them together, not for your hands to reach. If you're doing this kind of thing just to grab your fingers, you've lost a lot of stretch here. So have that hand there. Swoop the other hand. Find where you have pressure between the two and start your squeeze. You should feel that back here, the lats and part of your traps. With your next breath, you lift up the elbows, roll down. Feel that open even more, because now we're going to get all three areas of the serratus here. Next breath, give yourself a little tip. Keep your squeeze. Gently start to rotate through the ribs to your right. Roll down a little bit through those elbows. Let go all the way up the right side. I'm hoping you're not that tight, but potentially you are. One more breath here. Gently come back center. Take this to the right side. Tip down to get that left side. And staying nice and neutral with the neck long, so you can feel this go all the way up. If you're really tight, you might feel it come up into your deltoids. Muscles on your shoulders. One more breath. Back to a neutral position. Lift up through the rib cage. Keep your neck tipped. Start to release the squeeze on the arms. And let them float down and let them touch your legs. Let them stay crossed for a moment. We'll restack the cervical spine, bringing the gaze forward. Give yourself a shoulder roll. We'll do that opposite side. And it's going to probably be different than the first, and that's okay. Bring that arm center and gently bring it to where you can collapse. And as you saw, I just demonstrated here. And this is a perfectly acceptable place to be and get a nice stretch. Start with that squeeze. So that way you're getting serratus anterior, posterior, and then as we drop down, you feel the inferior. In that squeeze, with this breath, lift up the elbows and pull down through the shoulder blades. And then with this breath, we'll gently tip the neck to it, just lengthening through that cervical spine, feeling that go all the way up. Give yourself another big breath in. Feel how your ribs expand and stretch those muscles. And we'll turn through the ribs to the right and gently tip down ever so slightly. Nice big breaths to keep those muscles and to calm the mind. With your next exhale, come center and carefully go through the ribs to the left and tip a little more. In, big inhale out. One more. As you exhale, gently make your way back center. Carefully restack the spine. Uncross the arms, losing that pressure. And just let the arms come to your legs for a moment. And then we'll restack the neck. Big shoulder roll here. I hope that you will find this helpful. And if there's anything else that you'd like to see, I plan on doing a lying down series over this weekend and have that out for you. Have the best day you can, help a neighbor out, call and check on someone so we can all get through this together.